The Magic Castle in Hollywood, California is a private club for magicians. Hidden away in a French chateau-style mansion, there's simply nothing like it anywhere else in the world. For 50 years it has been the international mecca for magic, and some say it has more than a dozen ghosts. I'm Tom Ogden, and this is Hauntings. The Magic Castle was built in 1910 as a private residence for the Roland B. Lane family. By the 1950s, the Lanes were gone, and except for a few tenants now and then, the house sat there, waiting. Enter Milt Larsen, a comedy writer for television, seen here on the right, and his brother Bill, a television producer. Their father, William Larsen Sr., had been a lawyer and a magician who always dreamed of creating a place where magicians and their friends could just hang out and do card tricks. In 1963, Milt and Bill made that dream a reality. To this day, the Magic Castle is so exclusive you have to know a member to get in. No photography is allowed inside, so these photos, granted by special permission, are some of the first views of the castle's interior ever to be seen by the general public. You enter by way of a secret bookcase that slides open when you whisper, "Open Sesame," to an owl. Magic has been intertwined with the spirit world throughout history, so visitors often ask if the place is haunted. Naturally, the Magic Castle doesn't want to disappoint its guests, so it's filled the place with all sorts of spooky special effects. The most famous is Invisible Irma, its resident ghost, who plays requests on a baby grand piano in the music room. But the night managers, the staff, and even some of the members and guests tell another tale, that the place really is haunted. Over the years, many people have asked about the bartender they'd just seen pouring drinks in the Hat and Hair pub. The strange thing is, at the time, the castle didn't have anyone serving behind that particular bar. The man the guest described was Lauren Tate, a British bartender who had once worked in the basement pub, but had died some years before. Outside the bar, the specter of an unidentified little girl has been seen running down the hallway. The passage is only a few yards long in what's known as the Haunted Cellar. The close-up gallery on the main floor is designed for intimate sleight of hand and only seats 22 people. Late one night, one of the hosts heard noises coming from the dressing room, even though she knew the performers had already left for the evening. When she checked backstage, not only was the room dark, but it was also completely empty. After closing up at 2 a.m., managers often linger for a time in the Grand Salon, where guests first gather when they arrive for the evening. Almost all of the hosts and many of the front desk receptionists have stood in the empty building and heard the unmistakable sound of footsteps and even voices directly overhead. Today, that's where the dining rooms are located, but 100 years ago they would have been the bedrooms and the upstairs parlor of the Lane family. Many folks using the grand staircase to the second floor have felt an invisible presence brush up against them as it passed by, or they sense that someone is walking right behind them, only to turn and find no one there. Next to the main dining room is the Houdini Seance Room, filled with apparatus and memorabilia of the world-famous escape artist. The seance is intended as a theatrical entertainment, but the room has real ghosts as well. The chandelier, table, and candles have all been known to move on their own, and the phantoms of both an old man and a young girl have been seen there during the daytime. And legend has it that on one occasion, the castle's first medium, E. Raymond Carlyle, actually materialized the spirit of his own daughter, who had passed away just a few days before. The largest showroom at the Magic Castle is the Palace of Mystery. Staff members have reported hearing the disembodied voices of two people by the theater's entrance, while backstage, the showroom stage manager has heard the voices of a man and woman behind the rear curtain. If he peeks behind it, though, the voices instantly stop. The showroom next door, the Parlor of Prestidigitation, is also haunted by as many as 3 different ghosts. One may be a magician who passed away in the theater while resting between shows. Another is a tall man about 70 years old who walks along the top row of chairs before disappearing as he walks through the wall. And at least 2 people have identified one of the apparitions as this man, Guy Vernon. Nicknamed the Professor, Vernon was revered by magicians for his skill and seemingly infinite knowledge of magic. Before his death in 1992 at the age of 98, Vernon held court at the Magic Castle almost every night for nearly 30 years. And that's just the beginning. Every day a new story and a new haunting comes to light at the Magic Castle. In ancient times, it was the magicians and wizards who communicated with the dead. No wonder so many ghosts have made the Magic Castle their home. I'm Tom Ogden, and we'll see you next time on Hauntings. To learn more about the ghosts of the Magic Castle, pick up a copy of Haunted Hollywood, available online and in bookstores everywhere.